All right, I'm going to show you probably my favorite flowing Congress method ever. I give credit to Haley for this method, and I think it's a really good way of flowing Congress. So we start by creating a grid on your paper. So I've done a 4x4 grid, but it doesn't really matter how many boxes you have, but we're going to use about one sheet per bill. If we need to do more, we'll go to the other side, okay? So we first start out with the first affirmative speech. So I will write AF1 on it, and then I'm going to write the speaker's name. So I'll write Representative Smith, maybe. Okay, and then I'm going to write down his points, their points as they talk, okay? And have that, and I'll write maybe some bullet points. Maybe I'll write down the source that they reference. I'm just going to write down their information as they say it, okay? And I'm not writing a ton, but I'm writing enough. I'm also going to, in this next column, I'm going to be writing down comments for myself. So I'm going to be writing down questions I come up with for questioning period. I'm going to maybe write what things I want to refute, and I'll write a response to this. So while I'm flowing their speech, I'm also writing things that stand out to me. Maybe I'll write like attack Joe 12, not real. Talk about how the evidence isn't real. Maybe it's also not credible. And then maybe I'll also write down like 3 points that I want to bring up. So then, if I get chosen for a speech, I have notes written down of what I want to talk about and certain things I want to bring up. Or even during questions, I have things to reference, okay? And then, if somebody else speaks next, their information goes here. So I write questions, I write things to reference. If I'm going to speak, if I get the next speech, then afterwards I'll flow it here. But if I don't have the next speech, then I'm going to flow the next person's speech here. So your pens can depend on how you want to use them. You could do all of your boxes of comments will be a different color, or you could do the AF is one color, your questions and comments are one color, and then the neg is a different color. So I'm going to do that. So all my questions will be in orange, and things to reference. My AF speeches will be blue, my neg will be green. So I'll write neg 1, Representative Jones. And we write their names so that we can reference them in our speeches. Representative Jones said blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to attack it by saying this, or actually that's not true. I'm writing down their points. I'm writing down sources that they say. Maybe things to remember, while at the same time I'm writing things to bring up. I'm writing down some question ideas, just little notes. Okay. Then the next AF speech, you can either do it in a method that goes like this way, and then this way, like a snake, or you can do one full line, the next full line. Probably for me, what makes sense is to just go to the next full line. So questions, comments, next is an AF speech. So that looks like my entire first column will be AF. This will all be neg. So then I have a visual of the whole debate on the bill, so I can go and see what points different representatives made while I'm compiling my speeches. So this would be AF2, Representative, let's say Johnson. Write their stuff, write comments, I write my questions, write things to bring up, reference their card. I could also write like a note like cross apply Smith, Representative Smith's statement, so and so, okay? So you can then move arrows, you can do what you wish, but this is kind of a little bit more organized way of doing Congress, okay? So, of course, what would come next here is my second negative speech by Representative Hay, and so forth. So, turning it, this is what my flow would look like. And I'd have a new one of these for every bill. We can visualize the whole round, see what representative said what. This will help you with attacking, referring back to other representatives, and being able to come up with speeches very quickly, which is crucial in Congress. So try that out this week if you choose to flow a Congress round.